Hey, what's up, coaches? Today I want to talk about a way to look for faults in veteran athletes, or where you're looking at a fault and you're not sure where it's coming from. I call this the joint by joint method. In CrossFit, we have common themes that we can look for in functional movements. There are things like midline stabilization, core to extremity movement patterns, balanced about the frontal plane, posterior chain engagement, sound hip function, active shoulders, full range of motion, and effective stance and grip. Now you could take all 8 of those and try to look for them, or you can use this method that I like to use where I just go feet, knees, hips, low back, ribs, shoulder, head, object. Every one of those body parts or the object itself should be at a certain spot at a certain time during the movement. So let's take, for example, the air squat, and let's just look at the feet. So what you do as a coach is you selectively ignore everything else, and you kind of just take yourself down to this, all I can see is the feet, and I'm ignoring everything else in the body. And let's look at what we see in the feet here. As the athlete comes down, they're getting themselves set. We're looking for a flat foot. So we want to see that the foot stays nice and flat on the floor as the athlete is moving through the squat. And we see that this athlete, which happens to be me, stays relatively flat with their foot on the floor. And they even push back through the heels as they stand. That's what we want to see. So if we see that, we would do a check mark in our head and go, awesome, feet look good. Let's move on to the knees. So now we look at a rep where it doesn't look good. And we see that the foot is flat, and now what is starting to happen right back here? We're seeing that the heel is starting to lift off the ground, and we see that most of the pressure is actually right about here in the ball of the foot. So we go, oh, not a check mark, X mark. What is causing this? So now we look upstream to the next joint, which is the knee, to see what might be causing this. So we're going to take our attention now to the knees. We see that the athlete pushes the knees too far forward, which causes the weight to shift into the toes. So the cue for this athlete would be to push their hips back more, or maybe to drive their knees out more in order to get them into a better foot position during the squat. We can also look at things that are happening with the foot from the front. And what we want to see here in the foot is that it stays in the position it's in right now, and we don't see any pronating or rolling in of the foot as the athlete goes down. So we're watching the foot, athlete's coming down. Ooh, I see that rolling in happening in the arch as the athlete's coming down. So what do? I take myself upstream. Oh, gee, Merry Christmas. Would you look at those knees just coming together like they want to have a party with each other? And that is not what we're going for. So again, this is just a method for you guys to use to help you see faults in really good movers. If you've got veteran athletes in your gym that don't get cues very often, it's your job as a coach to dig in more with your eye and to really try to see why is this thing happening in the athlete, which most of the time is coming from upstream or downstream to where the actual fault is that you're seeing. So check this out on our school page, you guys. I'm actually creating a living document that goes through every single movement that we do in CrossFit, joint by joint, what you should be seeing and what you shouldn't be seeing. And you can use it as a cheat sheet to help guide you as you learn and get your eye adapted to the gold standard of movement that we're looking for in CrossFit. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions for me or want to see anything else, please hit me up. I'm always here for you, and I'll talk to you guys later.